Hello YouTube world, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to make a review of Black Widow from Avengers Infinity War of Hasbro basic action figure. And you can see that this Black Widow has different suit from all the appearances that we have seen in all her movies. And however, if we are to compare the suit of this action figure in comparison to the real Black Widow in the movie, while it is true that the Black Widow is wearing green suit, the suit of this Black Widow in this version of action figure is that there's a great difference when it comes to the tone of the color, right? It is so much lighter than the real Black Widow, which is almost black, right? The green color is not actually obvious in the real color of the suit of Black Widow, but this one, the suit is so light. But however, this action figure is good in itself, and it's obvious that the face is somehow has similarity uh, with the actor of Black Widow in the movie, and she has these new weapons that we haven't seen yet in the previous movies. And on the right side, she has that uh, violet stone, and I think that is the power stone. Yeah, that's right, it's the power stone. And this is the back of the packaging, and we can see how the power stone being put on the weapon of the Black Widow. And we have here the Iron Man with green stone, and Captain America with the soul stone, and Thor with the Tesseract or the space stone. So whenever you buy one of these characters, there's always one of Infinity Stones being accompanied with the action figures inside the packaging. So let's see how good this action figure is. And I'm so excited to see this because it is a new version of Black Widow. So let's take a look. And we have now the Black Widow action figure out of the packaging, and I think this Black Widow is actually looks great. It's good, but yeah, not that excellent, but it's still great. And when it comes to the details of this action figures, it actually looks great. And when it comes to the suit of this action figure, I think there's a minor mistake there, because as I said lately, the suit is lighter than the original, and the hair is in this action figure is white in color, while the original one is not actually white, right? I think it is blind. Yeah, it is blonde, right? Just a little bit yellow, but this one turns out to be white. So yeah, let's take a look on this action figure, and let's examine it closely, how good this action figure is, right? So when it comes to the head sculpt, so yeah, I think the sculpt of the head of the Black Widow, it actually looks great, right? Yeah, the side view, and actually even the front view of this action figure, it it has actually the likeness and the image of the real Black Widow in the movie, and I think it's great. And when it comes to the paint of the eyes, yeah, not great, not that great, but somehow it's acceptable. And I think I like the sculpt, how they sculpt the nose of this action figure, Black Widow. It actually looks great, and the lips, somehow it's still good, and the hair, the volume of the hair, is also nice, and I like that. And I think the only complaint about the head sculpt is that uh, no, not actually the head sculpt, but the paint, the paint of the hair of this Black Widow, because the hair must be in yellow, but this one is in white color. So that's it. And she has the green suit, a light green suit, in comparison to the movie, which is actually dark green, and sometimes it is not obvious that it is green, but somehow the the suit and the details of this action figure is good for what it is. And it has this zipper from the chest down to the stomach to the belly. And yeah, it's when it comes to the details, it's just a simple action figure, and there's not that much details here. And when it comes to the details of the hand of the Black Widow, actually it's just simple, and yeah, not that great, but somehow acceptable. So it's just a plain black with just simple line here, and that's it. So it's just a simple action figure, and she has the belt, and as usual, she has the feet pumps, and not many details. Unlike here, right? Then there's a texture here on the 4 feet of this action figure, which somehow it helps to make it more a little bit realistic, and so I like that. And she has this is the details at the back of this action figure, and how they sculpt the butt. Looks okay, it's just fine. And yeah, so there's nothing more to examine about this action figure, but when it comes to the appearance of this Black Widow, it's actually great and acceptable. And she has the weapon, and the weapon, it may be perhaps this is perhaps two weapons, like on the old ones that we have seen, and he just put it together. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he just put it together to make the weapons one. Oh, actually, it is removable. Yeah, see that? I don't know if. Yeah, it's actually removable. I don't know if the other reviewer of this action figure have discovered it, but it is actually removable. It works spinning. Let me. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can actually remove it, and it is actually two weapons, right? Great. It's actually two weapons, and you can put it back again together to make it one weapon. Wow. I haven't seen the videos of other uh, reviewer of this Black Widow. I don't know if they discovered that this is just one weapon, uh, and they have loaded the two weapons. So yeah, this actually two weapons. You can separate the two, right, and put it back to make it one. And she has the power stone, the violet stone, one of the infinity stones, and which is known as the power stone, in the with the action figure inside the packaging. And like with the features of this action figure, which I don't really like, I don't really like, but somehow when I see that the Infinity Stones are almost complete in my collection, I become interested to it, and I want the Infinity Stones, all the Infinity Stones to be completed. I'm going to use the Infinity Stones and all the Infinity Stones in my stop motion video, and please support my stop motion videos. We have now the 2 episodes of Guardians of the Galaxies, and I'm going to connect the story to the Avengers Infinity War, and this is the first stone that Thanos will going to get, and he will use this Infinity Stone to fight the Avengers till he will complete all the Infinity Stones. So yeah, so let's try to articulate this action figure. So by way of articulation, we can actually rotate the head of this action figure 360. It can actually look up just a bit, and it can look down. I don't know if that is considered as look down. It might be just look up. And it can actually rotate both hands 360, and it can move sideward that much, and I like that it can move sideward that much, and uh, it, it it is not double jointed elbow, so you can only bend the elbow just that far, and on the other hand you can also bend that far, but the the elbow can actually move it just uh, okay, sideward and outward, inward, outward, and it can actually rotate this way, and on the other hand can also be rotate this way. And I think I like how they made that elbow of Black Widow, because when you bend the elbow it looks good, right? And to other action figure, when you bend this elbow it looks weird actually, and you can see that uh, uh, there's so much bending and separation of the joints on the jaw of the action figure, but this one is really look clean and neat, and I like that. So yeah, and there is no actually articulation on the rest, and there's no articulation on the chest, no articulation on the waist. You can kick that far, that much, and I like that. And you can also kick that far on the other feet, and yeah, you can split just that far, and no articulation on the knee and no articulation on the foot. So yeah, as usual, this kind of series of Hasbro action figure is actually limited when it comes to the articulation, but when it comes to the sculpt, the details, and the paint, it somehow it looks good. And this Black Widow is not that excellent, but somehow it looks acceptable, and it's still great, right? So let's put this weapon on here. So this is how you are to put the weapon of this Black Widow, and till you reach her hand here on the handle, and pose. Sorry, that it. Okay. Okay, so what can you say about this action figure? Just comment down below and hit like if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe.